Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, October 16, 2022. Today's moon reminds you of the need for light entertainment and fun. You seem to need that extra spark right now, even if it temporarily pulls you off the track. The trick may be to find a good balance. There can be some defensiveness or misinterpretation of social cues with Venus in awkward angle to your ruler, Uranus. Before it spirals, consider whether or not it's better to drop something and move on. People may not be incredibly confident or reliable at the moment. Centering yourself may be necessary to share yourself more freely and happily with others later. As the day advances, you find it straightforward to focus on something special, and it can be a relief to feel far less scattered or in demand. As mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger and planet of the mind, slides through your solar 9th house of expansion, he will high-five Jupiter now orbiting in your solar 3rd house of travel. Consider using this gorgeous energy to set out on a journey or plan one for the months to come. Look for deals on flights, hotels, or destination spots. Surprising adventures await you if you're willing to think big and treat yourself. If single, also consider using this energy to plan a trip with friends or family. You may meet a soulmate on the path. What is the value of your talents and visions? You could address how you feel about your compensation and security when Mars in Gemini squares Neptune retrograde in Pisces. As a jack of all trades, you can do quite a bit in your professional arena. But you need to ensure that your coworkers, clients, and more see the value in your work. Your talents, passion projects, and ideas should be treated as the gold standard. Think about how you will address your frustrations in conversation when Mercury in Libra opposes Jupiter retrograde in Aries. While it has been 4 days since the moon left your income sector, it is more important than ever to hold on to the nose for money and the confidence this left you with. Not only was this the moon's last visit before lucky Jupiter retrogrades back into your income sector, but Venus, the planet of money, is now just 10 days away from your career sector. Always watch what you eat so that you feel your best at all times, and especially at stressful ones. We all tend to become distracted while chatting away or watching TV. We barely notice what we put in our mouths. There are ways to handle these situations, and most of them involve just a little bit of forethought. For instance, for every alcoholic beverage you ingest, drink 1 glass of water, preferably with no ice. The vibrations are speaking of a better social life for you. Indeed, you've been performant, had honors and recognition, and been promoted, but your love life isn't perfect, or at least that's what you think. Why not stop barricading yourself in and keeping to yourself? Be less demanding in your search for love and stop persuading yourself that you aren't interested. You lack confidence in yourself. Think about getting into a love affair in the days to come. Even the professional gods are urging you to not only embrace today's playful and creative lunar vibes but the very powerful forces they are linking into. This is not just the moon's last visit to a playful and creative part of your chart before Mars turns direct here, but as he is just days away from a friendly aspect to both the Sun and Venus in an adventurous part of your chart. Yet with a major seat change just around the corner, it comes just as professionally. There is a call for a wait-and-see approach. The moon is not just making its last visit to your romantic sector while Mars is in retrograde motion, but the only visit while Venus is in an adventurous part of your chart. With the planets of love and passion just days away from a friendly aspect, today's romantically charged lunar vibes will amplify a growing mix of romance, passion, and adventure. Our eyes in the sky. The day starts with an active moon shifting from the love lesson of Taurus to detail-oriented Gemini. It's time to make a plan and stick to it. This is a cycle when you're editing certain realms regarding news, technology, and even conversations with others. With this, you might also feel like you're being given a very specific choice. You're going to have to take the middle ground in many situations for now to keep your mind in the right place. It's time to think about how you might be taking other people's word for money matters or buying into an investment scheme that's too good to be true. Someone may be giving you a hard sell concerning a stock, IRA, or bond. You need more time to consider the best path for you. Be firm but polite, and make sure you get the time you need. You know best. The Gemini moon could stir the pot, so staying away from gossip is strongly advised. The light of the sun shines brightly, however. The energy wants to dig at your inner fears beyond what you can fully process on your own. There's a marked psychological aspect to these transits. Maybe you want to make a major change right now and are met with some resistance and challenges. Remember that it really has to do with what your heart feels. These shifts are pointing out a new life for you. As Venus in Libra trines Saturn in Aquarius late tonight, the strategy of surrendering to the divine is what can open many doors for you. In the morning, the Gemini moon sextiles Saturn in Aquarius, offering an emotionally steady start to the day. Under this influence, we are introspective, pondering life's meaning. We wish to make our mark on the world, and with this idealistic aspiration tempered by a pragmatic strategy, we have a good chance of doing so. Hard work is taken up in the spirit of adventure. Old problems can be tackled with a novel approach. It's a good time to speak to elders and take a cue from their playbooks. Discover the causes that drove those who came before you to make a difference. What was their inspiration? You have a tense relationship between home and career this week. You might be overwhelmed with work or feel like your career presents way too many obstacles now. At the same time, your home life and inner feelings are tumultuous at best. Establish a balance by keeping a close eye on your cash flow to help ease the stress. Things are looking up from there. It's a week full of challenges for you. Your dreams could be more than just a source of inspiration. Their images and ideas will help you determine the business you'd be good at and how to move forward in that area. You also need to shore up your savings. Change is coming and you'll want to be prepared. Following this, the moon opposes Mars in Gemini, provoking irritation. We've established our morning plan with the intent to make headway, but distractions push us off course. People may require our assistance. Although we want to help, we also feel put out. Why can't they figure this out themselves? Instead of succumbing to frustration, consider temporarily delaying personal plans to aid others. We won't get much accomplished during this commotion anyhow. It's best to address this issue and return to our own interests when things have calmed down.